Hello everyone, and welcome back to Behind the Beat with Arthur L.A. Buckner. I'm L.A., of course. In this video, I want to talk about this hip-hop shuffle that I've learned over the years. In my experience with playing with different hip-hop bands and R&B artists, I've learned that there's certain skills that one must develop to be considered a great hip-hop R&B drummer, okay? We must have the skill to emulate produced drum sounds onto a real drum kit, okay? Oftentimes, producers will make beats with overlapping drum parts and sounds and patterns that aren't 100% practical to a real live drummer. Our job as drummers is to highlight the specific part that makes the beat come to life, that brings the beat to life on the drums. We have to make it sound as close to the record as possible. Oftentimes you'll hear a beat with 16th notes on the hi-hat and the snare is hitting at the same time. I'll show you an example right now. Now, many of you may recognize that beat as the All About the Benjamins beat, one of my favorite hip hop beats of all time. But in that beat, there's a pattern where the 16th notes on the hi-hat are marking at the same time as the snare. Now, one could just do da, but that leaves the hi-hat empty on the snare. You could do da, but I think there's something special about the predominant snare hand being on the snare. So this little shuffle that I learned, that I observed, was it's right, left, together. Your left hand is on the snare and your right is on the hi-hat, and your left hand sneaks back up to the hi-hat, okay? I'll play it for you. Now, one may argue, well, that's not that big of a deal. I'll just play another variation. However, I feel very strongly about your snare hand hitting the snare. It's kind of the same argument that one could argue with. There's some sounds that you can get with traditional grip in jazz drumming that you just naturally can't get with the match grip. I feel like there's certain sounds that you can make with your snare hand, your predominant snare hand, that you can't just get with the opposite snare hand. I feel like it's more full, it's subtle, but subtleties make the biggest difference in music in general. Subtlety makes the biggest difference. So I feel like right, left, together, left back up on the hi-hat is one of those subtleties that makes a huge difference in your playing. And this is interchangeable. This is universal. You can use it in all types of playing, in your gospel and R&B and hip hop playing. It's also a great variation to break monotony in your playing as well. So I hope that tip helped you. Here's an example of me playing it in a live playing situation.